Gero. Jason Momoa. And Jewel Staite.
Wow, goodness. Did anyone go to bed last night, or people just stayed up until the con opened? Yeah. Okay.
Once again, guys, that's such great work with raising the money for lupus. That was awesome yesterday. It was so exciting at the charity auction. Martin and I, we came out of there, I'm like, I feel like I'm in Vegas or something. This is crazy. No, so that was really excellent to be part of.
Except they told us we couldn't keep the 28,000. That was a confusing mess. That's why. Good morning. Should we open it right up to what do you want?
Well, let's just say, did you guys have a great time at Dragon Con this year? I know Jason did. Yep. He loves Dragon Con. Hey, thanks so much for having us. It's it's Monday morning panel, so we've been talking all weekend, but we're happy to be here, and we're going to open up the questions right now and see if we can get some that we haven't been asked already this weekend, and see if Mark can answer it for us.
Microphone 1.
Hi.
Hi.
My question is for anybody who can answer.
That's a perfect way to go.
Who was the funniest person on set?
Me. No, what show? Why don't you talk about your show, Ben?
Which multiverse?
Yeah, exactly.
It was definitely Leonard Nimoy. That dude was a crack up all the time. Me and Shatner, we used to laugh at him. On Farscape, it was Anthony Simcoe. On Stargate, it was Chris Judge. That's a pretty obvious answer, though, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Guys, any
was
Atlantis?
anybody funny on Atlantis?
Well,
I don't know. They wouldn't let me on the set.
Exactly.
Specific instructions.
Stay away from the set. I don't know. I think we had a lot of funny people on our show. Martin, David's really funny, obviously, and everyone in their own way is really, fun and funny. And I mean, Joe was funny, and Rachel we just teased a lot. And Jewel is always a charm to be around, especially in the morning, in a good way.
You telling the truth?
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
And Jason's just a sweetheart, a big teddy bear.
So who was funny on Firefly? That's what I want to know.
Gigi?
It's a tie between Nathan and Alan.
Okay. Microphone 2.
For Martin, I want to know where I can get your autograph and a picture because I have grown to love you over this time.
Oh. I know, Jewel told me I should do the Walk of Fame, and I was like, for which 3 people? Just I'll be in Ben's room. Ben, what's your room number? You can find me. I'll be hanging around right after this. I'll sign whatever you want. Within reason. Although I take special care for the ones that are eventually going to be tattoos. Get a lot of those.
Within reason, at Dragon Con has very wide margins.
Microphone 1.
Hi, I was at Shore Leave with Tori Higginson and Jason Momoa. She said he used to start stripping whenever the camera would turn. Was that true or not? You would have taking your shirt off and stuff when you knew the camera wasn't on you.
Is this to Jason or me?
Maybe. I don't remember that, but you remember me stripping when the camera wasn't on?
Yeah,
I I would remember that, and no, I don't.
Yeah, he did a little bit.
I do remember that, Jason would just he would always be working on a bike or a car or, cleaning his Airstream. And a lot of the times it was with his shirt off. And it made me feel bad about myself. I like shirts.
We're Hawaiian, we don't like clothes. A lot of Teamsters love that. Spot Jason polishing his bikes, his Airstream, shorts on. I go, what are you doing here? You're not in today. He goes, no, man, I'm just here polishing up my stuff. Like, okay, that's great. I'll tell you something. When Jason first started working out, I thought it was kind of funny. His very first day in the set, he has a stand-in. And, we had never met a stand-in because, there wasn't a big, giant dude on the show yet. So Jason comes, and his stand-in the first couple of days is this fella named Sean Milliken who played football for the Hamilton Tiger Cats. And he is, Jason's really built. Am I right? This guy is ripped, right? And so he's there, and the scene, it calls for Jason to have his shirt off, and I have to take this thing out of his back, and I think it's Runner was the episode, right? And so Jason's standing there, and it's the first thing, then he goes, Sean, will you take your shirt off? And Sean's like, yeah, okay. Takes his shirt off, and he's like the Incredible Hulk, right? He's just ripped, right? And I'm watching Jason. Jason's like, Jesus, dude, what have you been doing? And he just kind of walked around. All the girls on set were like, he's a handsome guy. And then Jason takes his shirt off, and all the girls were like, I love this set. I love Stargate Atlantis. And then David took his shirt off, and that ended all that.
Microphone 2.
Morning.
Thanks for making this a great panel for today. Is the mic not on?
No, it's on now.
No, we can hear you.
Easy question for a Monday morning panel. What has been your favorite costume that you've seen this weekend? And if you were to come in costume, what would you come as?
Kaylee.
That's what you would come as?
That's what I would come as. Yeah, that's what I would come as. That wasn't my favorite costume. That's what I would come as. And I saw those guys. What are the tiny guys that work all day so the Fraggles can play? What are those? Yeah, I saw those guys. Those guys were pretty awesome.
My favorite costume was the giant Jane hat. And then who would I would probably come as Matthew Fox's girlfriend. Don't laugh.
I know Maddie's not laughing right now.
Maddie knows all about that.
There was a 6'6", 450-pound Yoda. He came by me, and, the walkway, almost could get by. That was impressive. I heard about one. It was at night. That was a 400-pound scrotum. I can say that, right?
That's fine.
I'm glad I didn't see that one. And I'm not going to come as that one to any competition.
I'm going to stick with the giant baby that I saw, because that was the best. The soother, everything, the big nightshirt, the hat, and, the only difference was it was a 45-year-old man. And but he seemed to be having a great time in the corner, just sitting there. And I love that costume, and I might just dress like that next year.
It might have been that scrotum guy, because I saw him bouncing around on his nuts. That was pretty funny. I might come as me without my shirt on, and like just wearing a pair of Depends.
Microphone 1.
Good morning. As most of us on a Monday morning, we're already commiserating the fact that DragonCon is almost over and planning again for next year. But my question is for the general panel, what experience or just general memory are you guys going to most remember from this weekend that you're going to take with you throughout this next year and maybe share with your friends and family?
I really wish I could tell you the story. but for legal reasons, I don't think I can. I don't want to defame somebody else who's not here to defend himself. I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I mean, you know, that was the first Stargate auction that I had been to, and it was such an overwhelmingly positive experience. I mean, I don't know if how many of you guys were there, but it was really extraordinary. I mean, that the Stargate fans, you know, we're not the biggest fan group here, but the fact that we could raise that kind of money for such a great cause and really outdo everybody else here is extraordinary. And so, congratulations, guys. That was amazing. Yeah.
You guys gonna remember? Because I can't tell that story either.
You must have other memories, Jewel. Come on.
Just seeing you, Paul.
That's so sweet. Come on.
Hanging out with you, buddy.
You too.
It was my husband's birthday this weekend. My husband's birthday always falls on Dragon Con weekend. Poor guy. No, but he has a great time, and we all kind of spend 4 days celebrating that. So I would probably say just generally seeing everybody and being able to have dinner every night and catch up and drink lots of champagne.
It seems like every time I come to something like this, I meet someone who has a story that they tell me, and I won't relate the stories because they're usually very personal and very private. But the thing that I take away, and particularly for some reason with Dragon Con, because Dragon Con, in some sense, seems more about the community at large and your community, which doesn't include us, because you guys get together and the people out there get together to see each other, to share their costumes, to share their stories. But inevitably, you know, and at least 4 or 5 times this weekend, someone has come to me and told me a story that relates to what was going on for them when either Farscape or Stargate was going on, and there's this incredible emotional connection between us as storytellers and you as the audience and participants in that story that is humbling. And so, you know, this place is as much or more so than the other conventions. That's what I come away with. So thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing those stories, and thank you for being the most important part of our jobs and of this story at large. So, you know, congratulations to you. It's a wonderful community.
Wow.
It's official. Tough one to follow, man.